Hello everyone, please.
Let me.
Yeah.
Where you want to cancel?
Tomorrow. I need to cancel the previous one.
Why?
Then I can. Because
Calendar.
I did not.
You need to read by
I did not get
But
any
we call
income.
it the
So I have
Saima.
to pay the money
Calendar.
again to apply for the to get it.
赛马
I think this time
Horse race.
Horse race.
I have to pay that.
Horse race.
Yeah.
Because it begins with horse
Yes, I need
race.
to
Long
cancel
time
the
ago.
previous,
Right?
the one already expired.
Horse race?
Yeah.
They don't like me to apply for direct. Then they
This is a horse race.
the
The
previous one.
Horse race day. But
And
you
I can't
see,
do it online.
Or is it like
They
this Chinese
their
day?
office to do it offline.
there's a Muslim day,
The one who can do the cancel is the
Indian day. There's also the Western day.
I mean, we cannot
And then we
cancel by
have
ourselves.
all the different holidays.
Yeah.
So the beauty is we are here, right?
Different holidays. The Penang holiday, the Kelantan holiday, the Pahang holiday, here what holiday? World Heritage. World
Every weekend is
World Heritage Day. World Heritage is only for Penang. Yeah.
so every weekend is horse race day. Really? Oh.
But this is July. I gotta go conquer.
And 30 and 31 is holiday?
Right.
July 30.
Only for Pahang, Pengheng Zhou. This is Johor, Lo Fo Zhou. This is the king, the sultan of Sultan of Johor birthday. This is Sultan of Pahang's birthday.
So it's also holiday in
No, just for Pahang.
Oh,
Just
just
for
for
Pahang. But this one is for Penang because World Heritage Site is for Penang and Melaka. Two horses. It's a different. This is very useful.
Oh, yeah.
Planning very useful. So we know when it's Chinese New Year, Chinese is like this. Yeah, we all have this one. It's like our calendar, inflation calendar, they will give this one to you. It's more useful than the American calendar or whatever.
Yes.
I want to take this one. Okay. Oh, this is Dr. Imran Simply. See Dr. Imran, the Thai lecturer that came in.
Yeah.
The 8 students are from same university, Konkan Thai. So he came into together for 1 month. Okay, Ranbir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My title is the urban-rural disparity in the development of compulsory education in China, a comparative study of financial inputs in Heilongjiang province. Contents: 1. Introduction. 2. Literature review. 3. Research methodology. 4. Preferred reference. 1. Introduction. There is a significant imbalance in financial investment in compulsory education between urban and rural areas in China, which directly affects students' educational opportunities and academic performance. In Heilongjiang province, for example, the per capita financial investment in rural schools in 2022 years was RMB 8,021 yuan。这个没有纸。
哦，
没有纸，能吗？不能，不能，没有鼠标。OK 吗？
可以。
OK， which is only 65.8% of that in urban areas. This influence is reflected in the difference in resources such as the number of teachers,
Good.
information, 什么 DJ?
I said good. Technology.
Technology, equipment, and teaching space. Further, it contributes to study achievement gaps in close subjects such as math and science. Taking Heilongjiang Province as a case study, this study adopts qualitative research methods, though seeming still structure.
Semi-structured.
Is structured in interviews with teachers, students, and parents, combined with in-depth analysis of policy documents to improve the process pathway of how difference in financial investment affect students' academic performance, though the mechanism of educational practice. 1.1 background. In recent years, the Chinese government have promoted a policy of balanced development of compulsory education and financial mechanism of country-level coordination to narrow the gap between urban and rural education. However, at the level of policy implementation, the results have varied from place to place. As a province with large regional presence in economic development, Heilongjiang is highly representative of this study, with significant financial differences between urban and rural education, and important difference in academic performance. Audit data from 2023 years show that rural teachers' salaries are still about 80% lower than those of urban teachers, leading to high teacher mobility and poor classroom stability. At the same time, rural students have a poor information-based learning environment, which is only 15% of that of urban areas, and there is a serious lack of science, laboratory learning faculties. Therefore, this province has the typical conditions for in-depth analysis of the relationship between urban-rural financial difference and academic performance. Why study Heilongjiang? In 2022 year, to per student financial input in rural schools in Heilongjiang was only RMB 8,021 yuan, accounting for 65.68% of urban schools, revealing a serious imbalance in educational investment. Although Heilongjiang lacks the vehicle coordination financial reform in 2019 years, disparities in teacher compensation between urban and rural schools remain significant, highlighting a trends in the implementation of effective policies. Heilongjiang published more general education statistics than more provinces, including data on financial input, spending, and student outcomes, with enables in-depth qualitative policy analysis. As a typical agricultural province, Heilongjiang faces rural depopulation. School closures and teacher shortages, making it a representative case for urban-rural educational inequality in China. 1.2 scope of student study. Time scale 2028 years to 2023 years. Research as province Heilongjiang, comparison of urban levels Heilongjiang, Harbin, Suihua, Mohe and corresponding county and rural areas. Heilongjiang is capital city. Suihua is more economically moderate city. Mohe remote township area. Samples raise 25 primary and secondary schools urban and rural areas. And interviews 25 teachers, 10 parents, 20 students. 1.3 problem statement. Significant disparities in financial investment between urban and rural compulsory education remain a key issue in China. In Heilongjiang province, for example, rural schools received only 65.8% of the pursued funding compared to urban schools in 2022 years. This gap contributes to accurate teacher distribution, poor listening conditions, and lower academic performance among rural students. Gap. Few studies have explored how this financial difference affects students' academic outcomes from comparative and school level perspective. Even though adopt a qualitative, inductive approach that it means the lived experiences of students, teachers, and parents in both urban and rural settings. This study addressed that gap by using inductive analysis to compare urban and rural schools in Heilongjiang, revealing how financial input in disparities in both student achievement, the difference in resources, teacher quality, and the learning environment. 1.4 Research question and research objective. Research question 1. What are the current urban-rural disparities in compulsory education in Heilongjiang province in terms of financial input and educational conditions? 2. What impact does the disparity in financial investment have on the academic performance of the students in urban and rural areas of Heilongjiang province? 3. What policy recommendations can be derived from these research? This objective 1 to examine the current urban-rural difference in compulsory education in Heilongjiang province, particularly in terms of financial input and educational provision. 2. To explore how disparities in educational funding affect pupil academic performance across urban and rural schools in Heilongjiang. To make a reasonable and state-specific policy recommendations to mitigate the impact of disparities in financial inputs on student learning. 1.5 Research significance. The significance of research in this thesis is theoretical significance. to fill the research gap on how financial disparities affect urban-rural education equity and arrays students' studies in education, finance, and policy. Theoretical relevance to reflect real trends in rural schooling into qualitative data and to provide groundings for local educational empowerment. Policy review to propose regional suggestions for narrowing urban-rural finance gaps, contributing to more equitable compulsory education process. Methodological contribution to the most based view of qualitative and inductive approach in improving synergy educational difference. 1.6 Theoretical framework work. The model explains how difference in funding between urban and rural areas influence students' academic outcomes by shaping school level conditions. Urban-rural financial input gap, schools level difference, student academic performance. At the top, the urban-rural financial input gap refers to how government spending between urban and rural schools. This highlights the difference at the school level, such as infrastructure, teaching resources, and teacher quality, which are qualitatively referred to as qualitative factors of school environment. These differences finally impact study, student academic performance, intensity in rural areas. 2. Literature review. Development of financial input policy in urban-rural education. Since 20,000 years, Chinese has pursued a equitable financial distribution and county-level coordination in compulsory education. Yet substantial in urban-rural disparities in funding remain. Factors in financial allocation in urban and rural schools. A recent study shows that financial allocation directly impacts infrastructure, teacher quality, and listening conditions. Local economic development and mobility moderate these effects. Impact of rural schools results consolidation on the academic performance. School consolidation in rural China reduces access to education in infrastructure and academic performance. Demonstrating the impacts of resource allocation trends on outcomes. 3. Research methodology. 3.1 Inductive research stage. The inductive research stage is research method that starts from the specific case of data and summarizes generally sequel or series of observation and analysis. Its logic is to move from the particle, the particular to the general disease who emphasizes a specific phenomenon and then generalize about conclusion. Therefore, a inductive stage is well suited to this study. This research studies qualitative approach based on policy document analysis, interviews, semi-structured interviews with teachers, parents, and students on the impact of the urban-rural financial input gap on student achievement. Framework. Large model already presented. Though comparative analysis and inductive research, this study in the debates structural disparities and derives policy relevant relations into the development of educational quality in China. Inductive research is 4 key stages. Policy 1, policy data evaluation and interpretation. College and analysis policy documents and interview data relate to financial inputs in urban and rural compulsory education. 2, problem analysis. In the detail how disparities in financial investment between urban and rural areas impact students' academic performance. 3, exploring solutions framework and consideration. Considerate and analytical framework linking financial input disparities to difference in educational outcomes. Conclusion. These are generally conclusions and propose policy implications applicable to similar problems. Quality research. There is still a lack of research on the financial inputs to compulsory education and their urban and rural different health, particularly regarding their impact on student attainment. To get a deep understanding of the relevant complexity study because qualitative approach. Data sources include policy documents, regulations on compulsory education in Heilongjiang province, official statistics. Rural education funding is only 30% of total spending. Rural IT and infrastructure coverage significantly large. Interviews, semi-structured interviews with teachers, parents, and administration provide control sinks into funding impacts. Qualitative models are suitable for calculating policy dynamics, stakeholder preferences, and local inequalities. 3.2 research participants and sampling shades purpose to improve how urban rural disparities in financial input affect study students' academic performance in compulsory education. 1. Interview subjects. 2. 水化模式 and rural areas. Schools. 12 primary and secondary schools in urban and rural areas. Interview the teacher, faculty, 10 parents, 20 students. 2. Interview format. Semi-structured interviews with open-ended questions to get to process. Face-to-face interviews and online interviews. According to interviewers, solution conducted on the meeting platform interview duration 20 to 30 minutes per person.
Conducted.
Okay. 3. Interviewer highlights. Semi-structured interviews focus on financial input and resource allocation, teaching conditions, and structure, policy implementation, effectiveness, impact on students' academic performance. 4. Data collection and analysis, audio recording and now talking to ensure accurate data. Thematic analysis to summarize the interviews. Compare data on urban-rural difference in different regions, 黑龙江、绥化 and 漠河, to find out the impact of regional difference in urban-rural financial inputs on students' academic performance. 4. Reference. Okay, thank you. Okay. This is breakdown of students interviews 20 students in post-education only. And decent intelligent revision now.
Design rationale.
Design rationale. Okay. This is in interview design matrix. Okay.
Let me see. I'm going to jump a bit where you collecting the data. What data do you have? You want to collect from? What data? From where?
Yeah. Different schools.
From schools?
Yeah. And parents, teacher.
Parents and teachers?
Yeah.
When you say different schools, okay, parents and teachers, what else? Students?
Yes.
Students. Students, parents and teachers. Okay. So if I see, before I proceed with you, this is relevant to you and to Anchen as well. Anchen, you do not have theory that I can see just now. I will note down theory, but I did not comment. So you need to bring in theory into your research. What theory are you going to look into? Possible connection with what type of theory we're looking at?
Theory.
Theory, you need theory. Is there a theory that explains this? If there's no theory explaining this, what field, what theoretical space that you want to contribute to? We need to bring theory in. So grounded theory is developing a particular type of theory, right? So you will need to look at theory in a broader sense of the literature. It's connected to you to Lanbin. You need to think about theory as well, right? But just now I did not finish on the theory part with you, Hunter. So it's about theory of academic performance. You need to look at theory of academic performance, right? What does it say? Looking at theory of academic performance and cultural, cross-cultural experience, cross-cultural context. Is there a theory about that? So you need to look at, what theory that is out there that might be able to explain some or your phenomena, right? So and see what is it in that theory or theories, right? That cannot be explained, and you are explaining that theoretical gap. So not just research gap in sense as the research is not being conducted, but what theory that exists out there that has not been able to explain what you want to research on, right? So if there's a theory out there that explains about cultural experience and academic performance, what is that theory? Or what are those theories, right? And are there gaps in that theory that you can fill?
The gap.
The theoretical gap, the theoretical void, the
The
theoretical
previous
vacuum.
theory is not that enough, and now according to this study, we will,
Complete
complete this theory.
Complete the theory,
Okay.
or even challenge the theory, or even whatever, right? Challenge the theory, or expand the theory. So so you will need to bring the theory into your discussion,
Okay.
right? How are you going to contribute to theory? What theory? So it must be connected to academic performance or some cultural experience, right? Those are the main keywords for you: the cultural, cross-cultural experience or cross-cultural adaptation, cross-cultural blah blah blah, whatever, right? And the other one is academic performance. Two set of theories that are coming in there, right? So you can see maybe something about academic performance that is not being explained yet, that you can help explain, and something about cross-cultural education, right? That is not explained well yet, so you can explain that, right? So your work can contribute to what theoretical space, right? The other one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Coming back to Lanbin, your work. You talk about the school, the teachers, the parents, the students, right? The school, you want to look at what data do you want to get from the school? What information you want to get from school?
Okay. Uh, 执行
It's cute.
对，就是从学校的方面得到的什么，应该得到哪些数据，就是他执行过程中出现的问题，然后通过访谈，然后政策通过主持。
很多了，
我
你不明白
执行政策出现收集的这个，对呀，就很多。
Okay.
This is feedback from the policy implication.
对，就是政府政策嘛，然后学校会执行。
Yes, there is a policy, but when the policy was running, that may something right, something wrong. So about the feedback.
Okay. Let's go back to.
然后通过这些，
Let's go back
然后讲
to.
学生的就是学业的成绩。
Okay. Oh, we have a problem with poverty. Yeah, things here.
执行的好快，反映了学生的学业成绩。
Ini the board nanti. Okay. There's a pen here too.
I got there from Madam Shima.
Yeah, this is one from management, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay, we can use it. So you're looking at physical, right? Physical. You're looking at physical policy. Right?
Physical policy.
And finance, right? Money.
Money.
Right, money, right? So that's one. And then you want to look at the school, right? And you're looking at academic performance too, right? Right? Performance. Right? And also you're looking at these three things. Right? And problem thing. Alright. Again, so you have data. Yeah, you want to interview here. You want to interview here. Here is the school administrators, maybe, yeah. Administrators. Right? School administrators. 校长. And then the teachers. And then you also want to look at the students. Parents. Okay. Basically, you want to link this one. Ultimately, this is the important one, right? You want to see the connection with the link. Kind of like what Hansen is doing. Hansen is doing just 2 steps. Right? Okay. By the way, Oming, you also need to be clear, yeah, about mediating and moderating. Moderating. More variable, right? Yeah. So if you use those words, if the examiner would ask you what's the difference between mediating and moderating, you actually use those in your thesis too, right?
Yeah.
Then it's mediating and moderating. Right? So you need to be able to explain what the difference is. Okay, so in your case, you're saying attitude. In your case, you're saying the attitude. And then performance, performance, employee performance, right? Performance, behaviors. Behavior, use the word behaviors. And values, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying this one is mediating. Mediating variable, right? Okay. So you are saying the school is the school conditions, the infrastructure, the books. That's the mediating variable, right? Whereas you have where the school is now. Let me see this one. What data you're going to collect about the school?
我从学校的这个角度，只从了 OK。
在上面，在上面 go up. You also talk about, it's also there. You also talk about the infrastructure of the school, right? Okay, where is it? Policy, explore solutions. There, there. Go up further. Up. Go up further. There's something there.
我明白。
Okay. It's not this one. Further. Okay, stop there. Right. No, there. This one, theoretical framework. You have the urban, rural, this one. So you want to look at the difference between urban, you want to look at rural, right? Rural. Okay, the school differences, you want to see the difference here? The difference. School level difference. School levels such as teachers, salaries, infrastructure, there. So the more money, the school is better, student academic performance is better, right? So this is the one that you want to investigate. At the top, urban, rural, physical input gap, difference at the school level, difference finally impacts students' academic performance. Okay. So, Omin, what's the difference between mediating and moderating factor?
Mediating usually explain the direction, the effective size, the coloration also really good. And moderating means mainly force the size. For example, value can be moderated by the sex.
Gender, yeah.
Yeah, gender. So, for example, if the moderating variable is male, maybe value is impact performance. Yeah, performance. The number is large than female.
Okay, alright. So you got the essence right there.
Right?
But that's because I've read your work. The examiner might not understand why you explain this now, but you got to explain it better. You understand? Right? You got to explain it better.
Okay.
Right? Okay, you got to explain it better. But you got it. You understand it.
Yeah.
Right? You got to explain it better. That's all. Got to explain it. So you can go straight to your thesis, your work. You explain. This is mediating. This is moderating.
Yeah. I see a lot of variables stuff like the normal one is dependent and independent.
Yes, dependent.
That's right.
Right, this is right.
Good.
Dependent variable.
Yeah. What about the moderate control variable and a lot of variables. So
okay.
Also before I learned some information from that.
This is important. So mediating is part of the causality, so to say. So, for example, if there's a switch, there's a light, right? Turn on the switch, there's light is on, right? Independent variable, dependent variable, right? The wire is the mediating variable.
Yeah.
The wire is part of the process. You take away the mediating variable, there is no electricity.
Yeah.
Right? So it's part of the process of cause and effect. Right? So it's in the line, it's in the mediating variable is here. Moderating variable is the condition of the room, the heat of the room, or the amount of electricity, or the type of wire we use, right? It moderates the effect, right? So you say the size, the volume, right? You can control that, but it's not part of the explanation. But it can influence the intensity of the light, right? It can influence the brightness, whatever the conditions, so to say. But it's not part of the context, the condition. So moderating is moderating, right? Mediating is in the middle.
So moderate variable maybe impact the path, maybe not impact the path. Right?
The path, yes, the path. Yeah. So maybe anything is part of the path.
Yeah.
Right? Moderating can be coming in somewhere in the middle like that. Right? Okay. So Lambin, you're looking at the school. The school is in the middle there. This is the money, right? You're concerned. You're making an argument about this and that, right? So the more money, the more given for urban, the academic performance is higher. Rural, less money, academic performance is lower. Basically like that, right? Now, I have a few important questions for you to think about. Number one, probably the most fundamental of all, right? I just want to skip this whole process to the most fundamental of all. And that has to do with theory itself, theoretical gap, right? So I'm thinking this is not something new, right? But money given, lack of money will lead to lack of infrastructure, lack of salary. We should talk about this now, about 18% of the 18%, right, of the salary difference and all that. That leads to academic performance. I think there's a lot of studies being done on that one. If you look at all these three, which one are you most concerned about? Right? Are you more concerned about the policy? Are you more concerned about the school? Are you more concerned about the academic performance? Which part? What? Maybe there's not a wrong question to ask. I'm thinking about what would be, theoretically novel, theoretically original research. This doesn't look at theoretically original research. I mean, generally speaking, whenever you have money, definitely you have more resources, and more resources mean performance can go up, right? Yeah. Something like that. I mean, yeah, the rich schools tend to have better results. Generally speaking, that's true. That's true. I mean, that's right. So, what's new that you can say, Lambin? Or what's new that you want to research? And what is the theory behind it? This is not something new, but maybe you have something, a new angle that you want to research on, a new perspective that you want to look at. You understand what I'm saying, right? You understand what I'm saying, right? Okay. I do not see something new here, something a theoretical vacuum here. I mean, this model is not something theoretically original, unless you have something else that you can look at that's more original, Lambin. Rural. Okay. Now, example, this can be something new, maybe not, I'm not sure. The same amount of money given to rural school, different rural schools, but then they have different academic performance. Right? Or the same amount of money given to urban and rural. Right? The rural has better performance, the urban has lower performance. So, how do you explain the difference? You know what I mean? That's to study the contrasts, a theory of contrasting performance, a contrasting connection between resource and performance, for example. You get what I'm saying? So, there's no theory so far on points. You can maybe I don't know, maybe there is. That says more resource, less results, less results, more higher results. And outside that, generally, I think there's no theory explaining that. Then it becomes theoretically original. Maybe I'm giving example. Maybe it's not that. Tell me something. What is it about this that you like to study? What about this that makes you angry, or you want? Why do you want to study this? Why do you want to study this? Might be something that makes you want to study this. Are you interested about poverty, or is you interested about education? Why is it that is your
就是我想研究，就是因为它不一样，有柔软的money 的不同。
money 的不同，
对。
financial 不同。
然后呢，城市的 money 对，然后所以学生的那个学业表现就很好，就是academic performance very good 也。但是农村的呢，它的money 少 less money，OK， 那它的学 student 的 performance 可能不好，或者也会好，但是这个在于的是老师啊 teacher， 老师，然后可能没有，就是比如农村的学校，它没有一些设备，就没有中心。但比如说我们教物理，它没有，那可能因为黑龙江气候是冷的 ，cold， 也所以它可能在很冷 ，very cold， 下雪对，然后它可能对物理课的时候，它可能讲重力的时候，它没有教具，它可能把雪做成雪团儿，然后抛出重力。
重力什么的？
就是那个
gravity。
He said he used a snowball to show the gravity.
就在于老师他发明用了有限的东西，那么
So they teach gravity using snow to teach gravity.
就发明它，然后让学生不仅是从理论上，实际上原来是这样，他能明白这个知识，明白他学了什么东西。那么可能他很困难，然后没有资金投入这方面，但是老师很重要。对，老师很重要。然后，但是现在目前呢是，他的 money 少，然后薪水少，对，薪水少，然后老师好的老师就不会留在农村，可能就会流动性很大，他就会走。那么这样来讲的话，
有这个回讲说。这个有发现这样的事吗？有啊，好的老师逃出来，逃去城市。
对，比如说我们那个张什么秀美那个老师，云南
桂梅
张桂梅，for example 云南张桂梅。
不是。
他没逃出来，你不要。
不是他招的那个老师都逃出来，好的老师走了嘛，对吧？就是张桂梅。成立了一所学校，是这样成立了一所学校，对呀
，set up female
only for the
female school.
Only for the female
school. Okay, female school. 你校，
对，你校，对然后呢，他就去招老师，然后刚开始的时候就是找了很多老师。然后后来之后呢，由于环境不好，条件不好，
什么的，
hard，
艰苦，OK， face difficulty， 艰苦。
那一部分老师就离开了，就走了，然后留下的呢，可能是一种精神的支撑，或者是也想。
Some people can't bear the poor.
对对，或者也有是那种跟张桂梅 teacher 一样的这个想法，就是想把这个学校建得更好。那么由于是农村嘛，钱很少，对，然后张桂梅就去化缘，
化缘什么？
就要钱。
Ask for the
donation.
对，争取政府的给钱，政府给钱。
政府给钱
，OK。
政府给钱，不要推，不要。
很少。
很少 ，OK。
对然后现在呢，他的第一届的学生，由于他的努力，然后他老师呢就是没有什么教具他自己创造利用大自然的环境或现有的设施去创作这个教具。那么他使这个学生在第一届毕业生全部100%100%全部上大学了，全部OK。那么城市里的很多学校都没有100%，没有。
OK。
对，所以他就是未来的几届，就接下来的每届毕业生，他的升学率，上大学的人都很多。那么就是说，虽然我们就是现在这个差异化嘛，影响了学的成绩，钱投入到农村的学校。还是城市的学校，那么投入的这个差异化是很大的。那当然不是说我给学校投钱投多了，学生的学业肯定会好。
Okay, the last part I don't understand. It's okay. Okay, 我可能可以感觉到你的。the essence of what essence? 你的 what is it? Spirit.
Spirit. Educational sentiment.
Spirit. What spirit? China.
精神。
精神啊，我看我就明白的精神。对。Let's
I
change this.
didn't know Chinese. Communicate.
All right. This is what. If I were you, this is what I study now, right? Because I'm interested to understand the poor schools, right? In rural areas. Yeah. Rural areas, right? Poor schools in rural areas, right? Two things you can study. One type of research, right? The big research is runaway teachers. Social phenomenon of runaway teachers. 你去研究为什么这些老师跑去城市跑掉？
这还需要研究吗？
没有钱 ，no money。
It's obviously.
对呀。
It's obvious.
Yeah, no money.
No money.
The poor place, no money. Just think you are the teacher there, where you go up.
Okay. This is one teacher. The other one, right? This is research number one. Research number one, yeah. This is research number two. What we call it, the surviving teachers who are staying.
Yeah.
Why do they stay?
Supported by this.
Why do they stay? Right? Why do they stay? What are their coping strategies? Right? What are their stories? What are their narratives? Right? Narratives. What are narratives?
也就张桂梅的。
Huh?
You could there is only one Zhang Guimei. You could find so many examples inside that. It's very seldom.
Very famous one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
中国就一个张桂梅
His example is really rare.
Very rare. So this is good research because it's rare.
Still.
Why is it in a rich country there's a poor
Chinese teacher no 没有奉献精神。
没有，他是穷
穷就是穷。
农
落后。
落后，
不是落后的，你说
钱没有钱，
你看刚才你用一个
精神奉献精神，
不是在农村农村那边还有 why is there still teachers and what do they call what do they think what the philosophy
是为了考编，然后你考上去村里，然后
对，快把这话说一下，快说一下。
编叫啥呀？
编制。
What I'm saying is this.
We want to be
what's your passion? What is it you want to fight for?
这叫编制叫啥呢？
就是公务员，你就把他说公务员。
They are fighting for join the government position.
What's that?
They want to join the government position. That's the term. That's the purpose.
There's a purpose. Okay, never mind. There's not here. But you know.
Yeah, one, they have no choice. First, they join the test. Once they passed, especially the first year or the early year, you have to go to the poor school.
Yeah, it's compulsory. Maybe you have to go to the rural area for serving 10 years, and then you can make the choice. After 10 years or 5 years, you can choose. You go back to city or still there.
Okay.
And some people they still
there,
living there, but
most of
majority of them they go back to their cities or another thing. It's a good research point, but it's really difficult to
samples so limited.
Yeah, to find samples or to interview them to get their real feelings.
A sign to go there.
Yeah, when you
ask to go there.
When you ask them why are you going to there, I have the spirit from Dongbei. But maybe sometimes the real reason is they
have no choice.
They have no choice.
That's the choice given to
It's
them.
compulsory. The policy is compulsory. When you get the pass, and you have to.
All right. Understand? Let's see. Because you are interested to fight for the poor in the rural, right? That's a big motivation right there, right?
疯狂的拯救他。
Like that. Nanbin.
Okay.
Huh? You want to fight for the education in the poor area, right? How? Okay, then you capture this. So this is a story about the teachers. Still about the teachers. How about the students? The story about the students.
南边你上次不是说你想研究那个政策和财务之间它两个关系
What is it that you fight? Is the cost, the higher cost, the
就是研究城乡财政投入的差异嘛，然后从你的基础设施啊，还有这个。
He introduced what he want to investigate, the difference with the official investment, and then 然后呢？
你先说你到底想研究啥？
对你要研究啥？
他问你想研究啥？
你为什么要研究这个？
你研究的投入不同 ，different and then 然后呢？
然后就影响了他学业的差距啊。然后学业的差距，就像我说的是，它是有影响学业差距，但是农村的这个财政它投入少，所以造成学业可能不好。但是如果但也不代表绝对的肯定会不好。
但是你想 find 你的 target 是什么？你想找到什么答案？
对，有一个理论，
就是答案就是
你想找到一个什么？
就是
不瞒你，
没有，就是加大对。就是像我说的是，就是虽然说你投入少嘛，然后可能会造成一些就是因为你各方面都不够力量够嘛，然后学生可能有的学业就会好，有的不好。那么怎么能提高就是财政投入，然后来让就是农村的学生的学业成绩整体能提升水平嘛？那么现在的问题是我们的政策是不够就是完善的，因为。他可能考虑不够全面，在农村上这方面可能考虑不够全面，就是因为我没有钱嘛。就比如说，你可能给城市是 100万，但可能农村可能。
其实蓝明，你是不是就是想我接下来怎么去完善这个义务教育投入这个政策？
就通过学业的影响来反映出来它的不完善。
I found some disadvantage of the policy.
Okay. So you have
to fulfill the gap.
So you are interested in the policy. Policy.
The one point is he just want to focus on money. Just want to focus the one.
保证你让政府把那个农村的投入加大一些，就因为要完善它的，给它提供一个合理环境。
But the government
There's no theory in that.
limit money.
There's no theory. Just want to advance the policy.
I'm trying to get the theory in this one. I cannot get the theory. It's just you pay more money, I get better results. It's like that. There's no theory in this one. So you got to find the theory. But I want to find the theory in your passion. You know, the theory in what you love about it. Find that theory in that that passion you have, that interest you have. You know, that is the one. So. If you are interested to study policy, then you got to go a higher level, not a lower level. You got to higher level. You just need to have look at this. You look at this, you get the results, right? But there's no theory in that one. There's no, you know. But if you want to study the institutionalization of in sociology, we have something to call this one learn hopelessness. Learn hopelessness. Okay, find the Chinese word for it. Find the Chinese word for it. Learn hopelessness. Learn hopelessness.
Learn hopelessness.
It's a sociological term.
习得性绝望。
对呀，我觉得绝望。
Desperate.
So they're desperate, but they learn to be desperate and they accept it.
Again and again.
Again and again.
Accept. They accept it.
So it's to the students or to the teachers?
The teachers, the parents, the students,
the system.
The system. Yeah, we cannot fight the system. This is how it is.
They get used to this.
They get used to this, right? Just like.
Just like Yufo's research. Hopeless, just accept it.
So this is a phenomenon. This is a phenomenon, social phenomenon. Right. The learned hopelessness of school community in the rural area. So you capture this learned hopelessness. They feel we cannot do anything, but this is what we can do. We can play with snow and teach gravity using snow. You know, and something like that. And this is relatable in many different countries, by the way. In many different countries, and they have different coping strategy. Different coping strategy, right? So I know in some parts, but this is like 10, 20 years ago in Malaysia, rural Malaysia, in Malaysia, in the north. Poor, right? The poor school, in the village, poor school. They also do not have money. But because I have my cousin who went there, and then she's well to do. She drives a Mercedes, she's well to do. But that school is happy school. The teachers who cook and together. You want to learn about pressure, take the ping pong ball, throw the ball comes back. That's pressure, is it? There's no science lab. There's no course where the lab. No, it's just simple. Just like throwing snow. So over there they throw snow, here they throw ping pong ball, right? Just to teach about yali, about pressure. Yeah. So
use what they can use.
This is what I can use. I want to teach English, okay? I teach English use bahasa. Saya, I saya, okay, I saya. Kamu, you. So,
Make use of what
whatever use, and they tend to be happy. The teachers will cook, right? The teachers will cook and then we eat together, something like that. But there's this idea of learned hopelessness. This is what we have, so we live with what we have. Something like that, right? But learned hopelessness is not a positive term. But how does this learned hopelessness, or how does this deprivation manifest in this particular village or so you capture that phenomena, like what is it, the phenomena? Kala you just use the inner circle.
Nature.
It's a phenomenon, right? So maybe there's some phenomena over here. Maybe it's learned hopelessness, or learned hatredness, or suppressed deprivation, suppressed deprivation. Yesterday in Malaysia, there's a big demonstration in KL, right? You know that?
Yeah.
In Kuala Lumpur, there's a demonstration. What they call demonstration in Chinese?
我知道他们要叫安华下台，大家游行。
游行
big one in KL. In Malaysia, there's seldom demonstration because people are, not the demonstration type. But they say there's a difference between angry and disappointed. With Anwar, they were disappointed. They're not angry people, but disappointed. Disappointed are, last time you promised us this, and then you did not give us this, so I'm disappointed. Angry is when you do bad things, I do bad things to you. That's angry. Disappointed is a different emotion, different social emotion. Because a lot of them were supporters of him. These are not opposition, not just opposition, they're supporters of him. So they say this is a disappointed demonstration, not angry demonstration. So it's capturing different phenomena. So I'm saying that Landin, maybe in social research, you want to capture a phenomenon that has not been captured before and describe it. Like the nature, you have unemployed youth in the city. What is it called? The social phenomenon.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying, right? So maybe you can find out some social phenomena in a particular social environment. I don't know what environment is. In a poor environment, maybe there are different types of social phenomena. Maybe there's a learned hopelessness. The one that built who was it again?
Landin is now learned hopeless.
Don't say that. I'm not hopeless over here. I'm here to help you to connect research to what you want, not what I want. So like the lady, the teacher that formed the school. Zhang Guimei.
Yeah.
Oh, Zhang Guimei. That's her. She's not learned phenomena. Yes. Maybe she's like what is it? A turnaround teacher. So maybe there are 3 or 4 phenomena in the rural area that you can capture. Different spirits of poverty. Spirits of teachers, spirits of poverty. Number 1, learn hopelessness. Number 2, the fighting spirit. Kwamunanda spirit. I don't know. Capture different spirits. The typology of spirits, fighting spirits, and that's theory. Right? Theory. So you want to capture and describe phenomena or spirits or typologies that have not been discovered before, right? I think that would be a good story to tell, something to fight for. You know what I'm saying now? So they're still poor, but then there are different groups of people, different groups of students, maybe different group of teachers, maybe, right? Parents, maybe, right? I mean, we are talking about China. This is the country of revolution, right? This is one country that start revolution. This is amazing stuff, amazing country. This is not a country that look and then no, we fight back. Or we cannot fight back, we retreat and then go for the long march. Long march, what do you call in China?
Long march?
毛泽东的那个
论持久战，
啊，
论持久战，
长征，
长征的
长征
，Yeah, so strategy. Chinese have strategies, right? 孙子 strategy there, all the strategies. So Chinese are good with strategies. Donald Trump, we come up with strategies. Don't worry, we just outlive him. Wait another 3 years, you go. I'm still here. You go away, I'm still here. I will outlive you. We stand. You just do it. We stand. That's it. I become stronger, right? We cannot fight. We retreat, and then we fight back. Like the Mao Zedong strategy, long march. So I believe that the Chinese have that spirit of fighting. If I have from Malaysian perspective, Hanif, right? The Chinese Kung Fu story, what is it the story about?
Kung Fu.
Kung Fu story.
Oh, Jackie Chan.
Usually the storyline, what is the storyline like? The plot. Usually.
I don't really watch.
You don't watch? the Chinese story with Kung Fu, they get hit, mother get killed, father get killed, village get burned, they go and meet Sifu, and then they learn, train, they come back, they fight, they win, right? That's a general storyline like that, right? Yeah. Or they meet a girl, they get married, or fall in love, and then a little look, there's a little look going on, right? The story of Chinese is started fight and win, right? You don't have the skill, you go and learn the skill first. Hey, you're poor, it's okay, you learn the skill and go and fight. That's a Chinese storyline there, right?
That's also the framework.
That's also the framework?
That's the framework. You fight, you win.
You fight, you win. Yeah. I mean, that's the, and then the strategies about it, right? The strategies. You use this strategy. So, what I'm describing to you, Lanbin, is maybe you can think about certain, what is the phenomena happening in the rural that we have not captured yet, right? In the rural area, what is the phenomenon? If they do not have money, I was at a homing saying that some teachers are not get paid salary and all that, right? For 2 months. I mean, you do that in Malaysia, we will have revolution. You do that in Malaysia, I will join the revolution too.
Has the Chinese government suggested that you are teacher is one member of government. Let's go to the difficulties together. Don't ask for money now.
Yeah.
Later, when you work harder, we can.
Can do that. Yeah. But so, if I'm back, this is not my research. This is your research, right? I'm thinking about the social phenomena of rural. Social phenomena of what? Deprived education in rural communities, something like that. So you're studying a deprived education that's deprived. So they're supposed to get 1 million yuan, but they get 500,000 yuan. I don't know how much they should get, but something like that. They're deprived. But what is it you want to capture? Just like Hanif, he's studying something, he's capturing different typologies, of community learning centers, different types, different typologies. So maybe you can, in Malaysia, a famous research by anthropologists who studied the farmers of the rural area. This is General Marxist theories that talk about the poor doesn't have the power because all the means of production is controlled by the rich, the poor do not have. But his name is James Scott. the title of the book is Weapons of the Weak. Weapons of the Weak. So he captured different weapons of the weak. So the weak, the farmers have different strategy, resistance strategy. They pretend to be poor, they pretend to be lazy, they work slow, right? Or they might steal certain things, borrow certain things and return it back, right? So fighting against the owning class, right? But they still have weapons. So now it's being famous, the weapons of the weak. It's an anthropological study. So they contribute to a new analysis of conflict theory that even the poor still has weapons, and they can still fight, they can still resist. So it's like a new theory of resistance, a new theory of resistance, a new social phenomenon of resistance. So I'm not sure. The way it's going now is, I do not see something, theoretically new for a PhD thesis. Unless you can find out something new, Lambin, about your research, right? Maybe something here, like the teachers are doing something different, and then you study those schools that are different, right? But if you're studying policy, just the policy, then I'm not sure this is something new though. I do not see something new here, because you're studying. If there's something new, you got to show us what you got to show in your presentation. What's new about this? Existing theory, and your research would fill this theoretical gap that has not been explained before. So I'm not sure I've seen that yet. How about this? You just do DeepSeek right now, right? Ask DeepSeek to put this all into one article. Right? Ask DeepSeek to ask, what theoretical gaps can I have from this article?
Good idea.
Yeah.
Right?
So I have a question about this topic.
Yes.
Just like she used the framework, and this is if this is the independent variable, dependent variable, and the mediator variable.
That one.
Yeah. If this is the new framework, that's the theoretical contribution.
If it's new,
yeah,
it could be. It could be.
So this part, if I do this research, maybe I put different variables.
Yes.
And different paths.
Different paths. Yes.
Then that's the new framework, and that's
new theoretical framework. That can be a contribution. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
也就是说，你想做这个研究的话，你必须要找到一个专业。这个的话，这个框架是哪来的呀？
从哪儿来的？就是从所研究的这个它的这个财人头的差距发现了这个有问题，然后推到了学业的环境问题。学业环境包括了。
不是你这个框架来的。
自己做的。
自己做的，你就自己做了一个。
认为大概就是这么一个逻辑。
就是你认为的这么个东西是吧？就是接下来你就是想去验证这个框架，是这个意思吗？
就是通过看的文献、政策文献归纳总结出来的呀。
And it's logical too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 然后
，he just like my research, just want to verify this framework is right or not.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm guessing there's a lot. This is too logical, and then It's too logical and there is not
No innovation.
not something new there.
Yeah.
Unless you can show that no one has studied this one before and no one has come up with this explanation before, right? Then it's new. But if only one little part, just 一个小小的东西在那边呢，人家还没有研究什么东西在那边呢，then it's not PhD level, right? But if you know the whole thing is something that has been researched before, then it's a theoretical contribution. Right? Yeah. So think about that. Something. Yeah. But this one makes sense. You have more money, you have better resource, you get better results, right? I mean that makes sense. 什么很有道理啊。
Makes sense.
Logical. 很有
逻辑。
很有逻辑，很有道理，对。
很有道理的。
Yeah.
Makes sense. And probably there's some theory that's this resource mobilization theory or something. So how do you talk about resource mobilization? You know, there's a theory called resource mobilization theory or something like that. But you got to go in deeper to demonstrate the theoretical gap.
就是它主要就是它现在就是有研究的它什么差异啊，影响学生成绩，但是并没有就是缺少研究就是它这个教育公平的问题，就教育公平的核心问题。所以说想通过这个呢，然后就是能提出一些合理化的建议。
现在他不要建议，就是要一个新东。建议只是执行层面的，或者说政策参考层面的。
就几个研究问题，你放到最后有一个政策的建议就可以了。
对对。现在它就需要一个新的框架、新的理论，或者新的，就像刚才导跟您说的那个，就是什么呢？就是你比方说，我研究了这30个学校的30个老师，可能
100 there's 160 schools in Indonesia we have pull up from the school.
对对 ，扎克莱克他那do the research， 他就是把那个60个学校分成了不同的类别，就那个就是属于你的创新。Just like that.
What's that?
Just like, for example, I visit at 60 school and 60 interviewee. Then
60.
Yeah.
60.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot.
And then maybe 15 interviewee belongs to this type, then 15 belongs to the second type, then the third one in category, them to 4 groups.
Okay.
That's the new point.
To show what? To
show the policy impact the rural area school.
Okay.
Maybe impacted to different types.
Okay, so what is the theory? What you know?
The theory, the contribution is about this sample shows different attitude.
According to what? 根据啥？interview 那
就是你看我们现在所有研究那些，它都是有时候就表面的那种的，让我们说配置因为它配置不好，所以什么导致什么差异啊或什么。但是我们现在很少有就是那种通过我们关注深入的去了解学生在教育过程中这种实践型的这种体验，然后就是得出的他学生的学成的表现，这个是我们要研究的，就我要研究的。这些都很有表面的这种横向的数据的比量，按照这个多少，那个多少，那个多少，但实际是在政策执行中发生的呢？那是怎么能知道的呢？是否是由通过学生 来实际的去来运用到学生的身上，来体验出来这个到底是什么原因，所以很少关注到这个问题。
但你的好像也没感觉在关注那个学生。
其实就是由于财政投入了多少，使学校的这个环境，学校的这个学习环境包括了师资啊、基础设施啊等等这些的，然后它
你都没有研究，你已经有结论，你已经假设了一个。
因为它不是因为我们不是归纳嘛。
你问问导看。
不是，它分很多种，你像我这个就是去验证我的预期。你的预期是什么？我的预期产出就是我通过这个研究，我得出了一个新的理论框架。你的预期是？
What's going on？
对，是这个。
我的意思就是，
你不要说是怎么去执行政策，或者说对政府的一些建议，那个是在你的这个框架得出的这个结论的基础上，再做的进一步的实践的解释。
Contribution.
Yeah, 对。
Jamie is asking Lambin, what's your research contribution?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You got to look at must look at theory, Lambin. Without the theory, you be thinking about this yourself. Ask the theoretical question. What?
这个时代，但你觉得这个不是一个实在的产品？
Yeah.
它是属于。
Otherwise, you be thinking about a research.
有一个新的框架写出来了。
其实就是想要写的 theory， 他不想要那个 practice。
And this is not.
对。
但先要有那个。
Right. You mean the first important thing is about the theoretical contribution. Then. Lambin said only focus on practical contribution. Right?
That's right. Yeah.
所以你可能是学
理论上的
先是
应该是先得出结论，然后去验证它。
不是，就是你要有一个理论贡献。
理论贡献。
在这个理论其实就是相当于我们实践的基础嘛，相当于理论联系实践嘛。
How about you guys get DeepSeek, right? I don't understand. DeepSeek is good for China study, right? Studies in China, right? So you can use DeepSeek. What are theoretical gaps in rural education, poverty issues in rural education or something? Type that in and see. Use the word theoretical gaps. What are the theoretical gaps in rural education? Or something like that. Go for deep research. Go for deep research there. So, and then you find where you want to fit. What kind of theoretical gap you can go in, right? So, because there isn't been like this is not something unique, like it's quite common, I think, right? It's quite common. 这个看到很普通的，很普通的问题 ，problem 嘛，问题，看到好像不是就是说普通，不严重，这是很严重，不过 still ordinary, theoretically speaking, theoretically
典型
啊。其实就通过它这个现象反映了教育制度的这个问题。
So just do DeepSeek right now. I can do.
用 DeepSeek 搜一下吧，你在上面能搜。
你把这个给他，叫 DeepSeek 帮你找你这个设计。
What are the theoretical gaps?
对，我搜了，他说就是教育公平和财政投入机制与学生学业结果之间的关系模型构建。
对呀，那个就是你要研究的模型嘛。
对，就模型建构，那不就研究它吗？这个是不是吗？不是吗？就完善它，建议。
What is it? I don't understand.
They said use DeepSeek to search the theoretical gap.
Yes.
Then it tells him that
this research maybe only need to focus on the mechanism of the policy and the rural area school related.
然后构建了就是这个财政的差异，学校机制和学生这个学业的结果中的这个中介的这种模型。
So you got to do what Lia is doing, retroductive research, mechanism, right?
Yeah, mechanism.
Mechanism, which is a powerful research. If you want to do that one. What causes
如果做那个，你就不能有限的环境了，得生存环境。你要是做那个的话，你就需要在你现有的材料上生成模型。
Let me think about that one. I need to see the theoretical gap. If you can come up with a theoretical gap, I think you have a good theory, a good research to proceed with. What is the theoretical? What is it that has not been explained? You want to explain it theoretically.
Next. Next time, he want to relax.
Relax, okay, go. Me too, I need to relax as well. Okay, how long will you be here? I'll be back next week, so see, I asked this question to Gemini. Gemini is the Google AI, right? Gemini. So ChatGPT cannot go so much into Google material like YouTube and all that is Google, right?
Okay, yeah.
So ChatGPT cannot go into that. Cannot. Gemini will block it. Oh, not Gemini, Google will block it.
Okay.
So you do Gemini, pass to ChatGPT to process it.
How to spell Gemini?
Huh?
Gemini.
Gemini is Google.
Oh.
Gemini is Google. But in China you won't be able to access it.
Oh, Google Gemini.
ChatGPT is separate, completely separate, right? But there's a lot now. Not just what's his name? Elon Musk also has control, but he has to make it very right wing. Right? But it's okay. John, don't pay that. John, don't pay. At least I understand that what you want to study, just find the theory behind it. What is it? But you're interested about policy, you know that, right? Policy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it is the reproductive thing, mechanism, which is, see, when you study institution at school level, you can still study it for PhD because it's manageable. Muzakir study is still manageable, right? Muntadi study, I was very concerned, I was worried because he's studying the country, right? The whole country, but he was studying philosophy. He was studying philosophy, right? So in a way, it's still manageable because he's studying philosophy. But if you can't study country, institution of this size, it won't be easy. Because mechanism, we're talking about China now, right? China Ministry of Education, right? Of course you have, yeah. So you want to look at the mechanism. I want to see the process. It's not easy, but is it possible? No. Question is it manageable for PhD? Can you do it as a PhD research? Is it manageable? No, if it's not manageable, you got to think. No, can you do it in 3 years? Can you do it in 4 years? That is the question. So it's like you just go back to the village, interview the people, you get the result now, right? And then you get the result now. Interview 40 people, something like that. You get the result. You go home and go and sleep with your relatives and interview them, you can get the result. For reproductive to do ministry education is not simple. It's not simple. I'm not saying that you cannot, but probably you can. But it's not gonna. But I need to see how manageable it is. I'm here to make sure that you succeed. That's it. Simple. My mission is simple: to make sure you succeed and become a scholar at the end. Right? Not just succeed with a piece of paper, but succeed and become a scholar. So the yang is the paper, the yin is become a scholar. Right? Yin and yang. Right? There's a lot of Chinese philosophy going on there. Okay, Landit. Okay. But every step is a process. Don't worry about it. I'm here to make sure you succeed. Don't worry. You stay with me, we will be committed to success.
That's your promise to him. That's your promise to him.
Committed. I did not promise success. I promised commitment to success. Success, because I'm a Muslim. You're Muslim too. I believe it's God's power. Right? It's God's power. Right? That's God's decision. Commitment, I still can have control of commitment. But Alhamdulillah, tengok Setin Seti. Itu jawapan mana? Tenang je mana? So far, all the students passed, right? So including the recent one, Chandran, Andis, and Muhammad. But they haven't finished the correction yet. So doing the correction is like going downhill, right? So uphill is doing the Bible. You can still hurt yourself going downhill, right? You still need to do the correction, and then must complete it too. So it's easier compared to going uphill. See, I do this question for Gemini can answer the question yet. I ask a simple question. It's like, I asked a question. What was one question? What are the theoretical gaps in research on rural poverty education? Cannot answer yet, Gemini.
It's better to search on DeepSeek, considering it's on the situation of China. Yeah. The policy of
but
China.
DeepSeek maybe doesn't.
DeepSeek perform better in Chinese characters. They training you the
Chinese characters, yes. But I'm asking a different question now. Would it, because it's in China, would it be limited in the sense that, you know what I'm saying, it's theoretically limited? Maybe not, maybe, I don't know. Right? Anyways, it's 6:30, but limited meaning it's controlled. But it doesn't go beyond certain parameters.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Because it can be controlled. It can be controlled. They recently created.
It cannot got in the materials, especially the policy from China. It cannot.
Oh, cannot?
Yeah. Even the GPT cannot got the full policy, especially policies. Cannot got the link, even the link of some Chinese government.
Cannot,
Cannot got the information and materials.
Wow.
Because when our doing the research related to China, we need the GPT to give us some answers related to the Chinese policies.
No, I cannot get. That's why Chinese government is good. They know how to protect. You think you're smart, you do not know Chinese government. Chinese government is smarter. Isan 还有一山高，对。
一山还有一山高。
对。Strong government.
A strong government, good government. That's a strong government is good government. Provider is also good.
Everyone is like a kid under 18.
Paternalism.
So we can determine what you could watch, what you cannot touch.
Yeah.
Everyone is children.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's very paternalistic. So it's like Mutadi research, paternalistic, like a father. It's like a father, right? Okay, guys. Tanmin, you okay? If once you have something new, just let us know. I want to listen to what you have. Maybe 1-2 weeks time. Too soon?太快了。不会啊 ，OK OK。I think what you can do is take this one, turn it into article, right, and send and ask based on this what theoretical gaps can exist, right? So you might get some good theoretical gaps. Better still, see in AI, in order to get AI respond to you well, you say this. You must tell AI how to act. So you tell, act like a social science professor, answer this question. Otherwise, it will respond like AI. Act like a thesis examiner, answer this question. It will answer the question. Right? So it will respond. It respond to what you assign it to. Otherwise, it will just give you whatever. But I don't know. Small work that the AI can still produce, but if you have large documents, AI will not accept it unless you pay, I guess. Like ChatGPT, right? And there's little articles they can process, but thesis you cannot process unless maybe I pay the higher one. There's 30 bucks, 10 USD. There's 200 USD, right?
Yes.
Or maybe 200 USD. I don't have it. I don't have 200 USD. I don't use 200 USD. Right? Okay, we will adjourn first, Navin, everyone. Anyone has other inputs to share? Whatever. This is almost the longest group supervision we have until 6:30 today. Hani is also tired, and then Hansen just arrived this morning. 2:30. Did you sleep at all? Not at all. That's good. This is like. 吃的苦中苦，
方为人上人。
健康。
I tell that to my Chinese students, not China, from Malaysian Chinese. 我们不要吃苦，我们也不要。We don't want to have hardship. We don't have hardship. Enough hardship. But the hardship is the one you tell your children and your grandchildren. Right. You know, when I was doing my PhD, I sat in the group supervision for 8 hours. You complain by going to school for 2 hours only.
Well, she will respond, that's your choice. I don't want to be the PhD. So I don't need to do.
Tell them, well, in my time, masters is enough.
In my time, the beginning, in my time.
My time, masters is enough. Your time, PhD is a must. I don't know about that. Okay, guys, yeah, I mean, we can,